Yo, Cream here with the new and updated PTRDH changes. We got some new talents, changes to old talents, some stuff moved around from the spec tree actually to the skill tree. And yeah, we got some really cool new talents as well. Personally, I'm just really excited for the up and coming patch, and I think a lot of other DH players are as well. So we can go into some of the changes right now. So this is the current new tree for Havocs, the spec tree and the talent tree for class. Of course, we got our new talents here up in the right. This is just Fell Rush damage, and then there's actually this Dash of Chaos, which returns you to your starting point. I can actually show how it works. It's pretty troll. I mean, it's pretty funny, honestly. It gives momentum stacks and it does damage, but it can lag out. No path available.
Yeah, it's a skill issue.
Oh my god. Where am I? What the fuck?
Intermission.
So yeah, it can lag out, but basically it just does this. You get back with your Fell Rush, it doesn't consume a charge, and it should give momentum. It does damage, but yeah, it's like pretty funny, but I don't think it's gonna be played for damage. Other side, Demon Hide. This is a really strong node. So you basically just gain 5% damage and you gain 5% Fuse DR as well. Havoc has been struggling with Fuse DR for a long time, so this is definitely a nice node here. 1.5 damage. Like, it's really good. This is the same stuff. I guess they updated the icons as well, so you don't have just the same icon everywhere, which is cool. They added like this verse node, which also reduces threat. This has been a problem for Havoc, like ripping threat of tanks and just dying because of it. I guess this is like a really cool talent here. Just 4% verse, which is basically 4% damage, and some damage reduction as well, so really cool. They actually reverted Blind Fury and Dancing with Fate. Dancing with Fate got buffed by a bit as well, so it's now 50 instead of the old 40, I think it was. But yeah, they are 2-point nodes now. Looks can kill, just updated icon. Isolated Prey actually works now, but I don't think it's that strong right now. Maybe if you pick like every immo node, then you pick Isolated Prey for a single target. But right now, the build I was testing out, this build actually I played in single target. I don't take every immo Aura node, so I decided to skip it. They also changed like Soul Rend can be accessed from the middle now. This used to be fodder, and fodder is on the left here. So fodder is in the class tree now. Then they added this chaotic disposition. Now this is a really strong node. It might be less, like a bit weaker than Know Your Enemy, but it's a very nice 2-point node right here. This like does a lot of damage. We can look at the details here. Yeah, this is the talent, Chaotic Disposition. So basically, whenever you do chaos damage with any means necessary, everything is basically chaos damage. You can replicate that up to 7 times, and yeah, it's just does a lot of damage. Yeah, I like it a lot. Then a Fire Inside actually is working now, so you can get the Immo Aura here. It reset. It's actually bugged, so if you reset, you actually skip like the GTD, so it's gonna be a bit weaker than like currently, because of the like refund no GCD shenanigans happening there. But I really like this node, especially like paired with Inertia. Yeah, it's a really enjoyable talent to play, in my opinion. In AoE, it can lead up to some crazy stuff with the Rage Fire as well, so. And it it combos with Any Means Necessary, Chaotic Disposition. I feel like these talents on the right play like really well together, and I hope they are played like on live when 10.2 hits as well. Now yeah, inertia. I was saying in my last video like this would need like a buff to its duration. I kind of changed my stance on it now that the fire inside works. Like you can definitely play around the 5 seconds with the double Imora. I also know like a lot of people have been like doing builds and they're just like 1 point short of like completing it or whatever. Like take 1 point off here, like these points are too limited in a lot of people's opinion. Maybe I have an example here, like for the AoE build that I was running for Council example, it can't run Essence Break. I'm pretty sure it's worse with Essence Break. Like I need everything else, so like I guess it's just a sacrifice you might have to make. But yeah, a lot of people have been like saying we need 1 more point on the bottom. Maybe they can make it happen, maybe not. We will have to see. I know Fel Barrage also got like 100% increased damage in the newest patch, the PTR patch. This I've seen people do like 6 million damage with 1 Fel Barrage against 5 enemies. It requires like some setup and you have to have meta and you know, Elysian Decree, but we'll have to see if that shit actually is like viable or not. Because one ability doing that much damage is surely like good, but yeah, it's kind of awkward because it's 1.5 minutes cooldown, but then like meta is 2 minutes, so it's basically 2 minutes cooldown. I don't think it's like worth to play it without meta, or maybe it is. We will have to see. Most of this other stuff is like same as before. Glaive Tempest is really strong, but right now the points are very tight on the bottom part, and you know, Chaos Theory isn't a really strong AoE node, so might have to skip on the Glaive Tempest. I feel like you basically need these nodes here for AoE, like all of these. How many this is? 7? 5 plus 2, yeah, 7. You basically need all of these 7 nodes here. That's how I feel like. Maybe you don't. Like, of course, Sims will just help us out with that when the Sim Lords finish all their stuff. Like, there's currently not a lot of Sims like ready, because you know the action priority list isn't like optimized. Yeah, it just takes time. I just wanna thank everyone who is doing the work. Thank you very much. All right, then the class tree, actually, the class tree changed quite a bit as well. Sigil of Flame is now baseline. Sigil of Misery took its place here. This healing thing is 1 point node. It's pretty good because of the Demonic Appetite being baseline. Yeah, I think Demonic Appetite souls count for this as well. Then, you know, the Purge thing, the Fury node is 1 point as well. Then they actually separated Aura of Pain and Fellblade, so now you can take both, and you probably should. Unless, of course, you play Isolated Prey, then this is irrelevant for a single target. Yeah, this is the same. Then they removed the meta cooldown node from here. It's a Rush of Chaos now on the bottom, and it's a 2 point node. I think they made it a 2 point node just so you can't get all 3 capstones here. You have to choose between 2 at the maximum. They made some pathing stuff here. They added this Live by the Glaive node here. This is mostly like for tanking. Will of the Illidari and Illidari Knowledge is 1 point now. So these were 6% and 2 points before, I'm pretty sure. Oh, then there is this big change here. They put a choice node with Collective Anguish and Fodder. Right now, I do think Fodder is gonna be the play. We will just have to see on that one as well. Fodder is really strong, and I don't think Collective Anguish is just good enough. They actually made Spectral Sight 1 minute CD as well, so it lines up with the meta better now. So I think Fodder is the play right now, but we will have to see. The Hunt, you know, there's the Hunt got buffed baseline, basically. This used to have a like dot or something like as a choice node. Nobody ever took the other one, I don't think. But it had the conduit from Shadowlands that the dot would do more damage. It's basically baseline now with some added on hit as well. Then the right side here, this is Sigil Quickening, yeah, and then Sigil of Flame deals 70% increased damage. Now, this is actually doing quite a bit of damage. Like right now, Sigil is doing 30k per use per target, for me at least. Like Fellblade is 15k. Of course, Fellblade has the shorter GCD right now. Chaos Strike does 16k. Obviously, if you meta, it does like more. But yeah, Sigil of Flame is not a... I don't think it's like a weak button. I think it does, especially on AoE with the AMN. This will do like a lot of damage. Then there's they actually removed the Sigil of Misery damage amp talent as well. One thing I noticed, which is like kind of weird, that they removed the damage utility part from Sigil of Misery, but then they just added the damage utility part to Spectral side, which is like kind of weird to me that they did that. Of course, like in a raid, I mean, you're not gonna Spectral side basically ever. But something like PvP for some M+ dungeons, having to Spectral side for damage is like, it's like kind of weird, because it's a utility button, but now it's not a utility button anymore. Like, yeah, maybe you don't just play fodder in PvP, maybe you just play CA. But I don't know, it's pretty weird in my opinion that they make this change now. Elysian Decree also like does a bit of damage, but I think fodder is just play right now. And then there's, you know, these I guess there's like these kind of weird choices you can make. Like if you are fighting a raid boss that has ads that need to be slowed, but you don't need a kick or you don't need the range, you can just go like this. This is very situational. Or maybe a fight does no magic damage, but you wanna like stun more often. You know, you can do this as well. It's more paths. This I would never take actually over the HP. I guess it gives fury. Yeah, no way. Yeah, I'm taking this forever now. No more HP. But yeah, there's like these small things you can do. Like, you know, need purge. Sphere Sigil CD are cool. Like that's a... I mean, this is probably the most useful one out of all of these. Like pathing changes here. I do like them. I think it makes the tree look more cool as well. But yeah, that's like most of the talent stuff that has been changed. There is also coming a change to the tier set. The tier set right now is Blade Dance can throw like glaives at your enemies at 35% damage. And then throwing glaives, this includes the 2 set. Throwing glaives reduces the hunt CD by 0.4 seconds and a longer hunt duration by 4 seconds as well. There is a change coming in. I can pull it up. All right, so I have the updated set piece here on the feedback for the DH. They recognize the tier set bonuses being quite weak. All right, that's very nice. And they are planning to buff. This is basically the new set that is coming. I guess like next week or something like that. So Blade Dance automatically triggers Throw Glaive on your primary target at full value. This is 100% Throw Glaive, and it will consume Throw Glaive charge as well. So you don't have to be spamming like Throw Glaives in between. Basically, this means you are no longer spending a GCD on Throw Glaive. It will, if you are talented into Cycle of Hatred, it also should work for that as well. So yeah, and it still has the other part where it can randomly throw a weaker Throw Glaive as well. This should not work for Cycle of Hatred CDR, for I-Beam. It's just extra Throw Glaives for extra damage. It's nice. Then the 4 set Throw Glaive reduces the remaining cooldown of the hunt by 2 seconds. That's a lot better than 4 or 0.4. And then the hunt's dot is also 6 seconds longer. Now on live it's 4 seconds, or not on live, but the current PTR is 4 seconds longer. So basically the tier set is getting a bit of a buff here. Just the Throw Glaive not needing a CD anymore. Like, it makes the spec a bit more simple as well. Not having to track that Throw Glaive. You might have to throw like a glaive sometimes. It also gives you a button to press, you know, when you're out of range doing mechanics. So if you have a glaive stack, you can throw it. It's not like you are just wasting time. Cause the current 10.1 DH, if you lose uptime, it's like it's really bad for your damage. But this current PTR, this new style of DH compared to the 10.1, this actually doesn't punish uptime that heavily, and I do like this. I do like this version right now. So that's like most of the PTR stuff that has happened over the week. Of course, everything here subject to change still. They might move talents around, change talents around. Yeah, that's currently the PTR DH. As always, I'm really excited for a next patch, and yeah, DH is looking like I feel like it's gonna be a bit easier than 10.1 currently. Not maybe like rotation wise, there might be a button or two more to press, but like overall difficulty, I feel like it's going down, which is like fine. At least I'll have more time to like think about mechanics or whatever. I like the defensive stuff. Yeah, I like it. I'm hyped. Let's go. And as always, if you have a question, leave a comment and I will respond to you. If you wanna check out my Twitch stream, you can also ask questions there. Twitch.tv/creamd. I'll be streaming like all of the PTR raid testing and maybe some Mythic Plus as well. And when the patch hits, of course, I will be streaming the prog and our prog Mythic Plus as well. So, you know, stop by, ask some questions, or just come to watch. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.